And what did we see crawling on the road recently?
Oh gosh, yesterday when we were coming back, I wasn't quite sure what it was. You ran up to it, and I looked from the back. It looked like, I wasn't sure whether it was a thing or what. When we get closer to it, it's sort of a furry mass. Got closer to it, and moving very slowly across was a sloth. And it moved slowly and climbed very gently up the tree. And of course, did we have a camera to film this? No.
That's why you are sitting with the camera for half of the day now.
Now, of course, I'm ready. And will it come? No.
Good travel thoughts.
So, our house in Playa Chiquita, and this is how close we are to the monkeys, which are basically only about 15 meters away. Not on the ground, but up in the trees.
It's amazing one.
What do you think of this?
Oh, I think it's a great present for us. The last days in Playa Chiquita. Yeah, I think we saw more monkeys here than in Manuel Antonio National Park, actually.
Don't jump! Don't do it!
Oh, what are you doing?
I'm making coffee with this tulip-shaped filtered coffee maker. Put your coffee in, put in a tablespoon, and then add hot water, and hey presto.
Very economical, you don't have to buy filters.
Correct. You just wash it out, you empty the coffee at the end of each coffee cup, and hey presto, go again.
Yeah. That's great.
Well, thank God for craft beers, because in Costa Rica, the conventional brewery beer, frankly, it isn't worth taking the bottle cap off. But what I have discovered here is a brewery, 2 craft beers. One of them is a red ale, and the other one is an IPA. The IPA reminds me of Brewdog's Punk IPA. It's got that sort of very rich, hoppy flavor with fruit flavors, very, very tasty. And this red ale here has good coffee notes. 2 beers I'd recommend if you're in Costa Rica. As I say, their conventional beers just are pretty mediocre at best. I'm in Puerto Viejo, just coming from Playa Chiquita. We just took the bus. We basically shopped around and bought some food at the supermarket. We've discovered that the prices in the supermarket here actually aren't that much different from the smallest supermarket in Playa Chiquita. However, they do have butchers here and fresh fish, so we did actually buy those here. Prices are cheaper than the local supermarket where all of that is frozen, so here it's fresh. And for Canadians, they've even got a Canadian butcher here. Now, I don't know, didn't go in and see what kind of food it is or what kind of meat it is. If it's Canadian meat, you're going to be paying for it. I don't know if it's imported or whether the chap just happens to be Canadian. This town, Puerto Viejo, is in the Caribbean, but what I find a bit kind of disconcerting is that, come on, Bob Marley comes from Jamaica. Why does everywhere in the Caribbean, or not everywhere, but certainly this place in Costa Rica, why Bob Marley? It's not all about Bob Marley. And from what I understand, it's more of a party town. So young guys who want to come here and party, this probably is your place. We've been here for over 2 weeks now. I must admit I'm not exactly sad that we're leaving. I think this is plenty of time here. Not the nicest part of the Caribbean I've been to. Still, it's been an experience. This town itself, Puerto Viejo, is a bit rough around the edges. This area of the Caribbean doesn't have huge white sands that you get in other parts. But it does have some wildlife, and then Ness and I did swim here and snorkel. So we still enjoyed ourselves. Sadly, the weather wasn't as great as it could have been. Welcome to the rainy season of Costa Rica. The first week was good, and then the last number of days we had were quite cloudy, so that always puts a damper on things. I had a lovely present from my wife for Christmas, and that is my own logo from YouTube onto a laptop bag. Nice and protective. You put the, I'm sure you've seen these before, but open the zip, put your laptop in, shut it, and hey presto, you're off. Now I'll give a plug to Anessa. She also has a lot of other merchandise available at her shop on Redbubble, which is called Love My Designs.